Hello everybody and welcome to a spotlight on Necronator Dead Wrong. It's an interesting little game and let's just go right into it here. I did play for about 20 or so minutes before starting this recording to just get a feel for the game, and the best way to describe it is as a roguelike tower defense game with like some deck building elements in it as well. It's a really interesting combination of different genres all of which I enjoy. Card building, like deck building games aren't my favorite, but I like roguelites, I really like tower defense, and having some customizability there with the deck builder aspects is really quite nice. You can also see that there's a thing for mods here, so the game does have mod support, which is always a positive in my book, especially when you have a very like RNG customizable game as it is. Throwing in more content made by the community is always a good thing. So that all being said, you can see here, this is my character page. I have multiple different characters, apparently. I haven't gone into any of that yet. This is your default character, we're going to go with that. And we also have starting decks, it seems like. Again, I'm just going to go with Steel and Bones because that's what I used before. It seems like there's quite a lot of customizability here though, which is really nice because that gives you a lot of longevity for the game. You have campaign mode, which has only this first one unlocked for me right now. And then you have endless mode, which... let's just do campaign mode, shall we? I guess endless mode is just the same, but actual like roguelike elements with it just being like one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. Campaign mode, however, probably... I mean, it has boss fights, I know. I'm assuming that endless also has boss fights. I'm going to skip over most of this. And you can see here in the legend what all the different things are. Immediately useful. You don't actually need a tutorial to play this game at all. So I'll just go over the basic things real quickly and then we'll just play for like 15 to 20 minutes so that you can see what the game is actually like. We have battles, which are these little things over here. Then we have rest spots, which let you either rest, which I don't know what resting does actually, because you don't like maintain damage between actually I don't know if you do. You probably do, because I haven't been damaged yet. So that's a resting spot, but you can also use it to upgrade cards or get rid of cards. You've got merchants, which is what you think it is. You can buy cards there. You've got elite battles, which are just more difficult battles. Unknowns, which are random events. A lot of different things can happen there. And then all the way at the top, somewhere along here, we have the boss battle, which we definitely will not be getting to. You can also just scroll, but that's a lot slower. Let's go to our first unknown flag, which is draft the squad, upgrade a card, or plus 200 souls. That seems real good, plus 200 souls, not gonna lie, because that allows me to buy things from the merchant. And I think I saw a merchant fairly close to here, right? Actually, it's pretty far away. This is the first merchant. But let's go there, because by the time we get there, we'll have had this battle and that battle, which then... but at least at like 350 souls probably at that point, right? 50 apiece? I think we can do that. So let's go to our first battle here. Enter battle. These are going to be the units we're going to be fighting. He's got a relic, which is like a passive boost pretty much. Whenever a player squad cards 3, I don't care. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I don't care. I'm assuming that this is going to be a more basic map, as being the first battle of this campaign. But as you can see, we have a portal here through which we spawn our units. And we have magic cards as well. We get enough mana, we spawn some of these skeleton bros. And those are pretty much like... these are the cards in our deck, right? That's the deck building part. This is just a utility card, meaning that we can get another draw. Blood Rage I usually like to keep in the back pocket for a little bit longer. Let's go Soldiers, and after that, as soon as we can, some Fletchers. Because Soldiers have a little bit more HP, I'm pretty sure, and Fletchers can snipe from a distance. So these are pretty much just meat shields that deal damage, but these are the real damage dealers at this time. So let's throw in some more soldiers. We have armor up, which I'm actually going to use because things are a little bit dicey here. We don't need to use the zap card quite yet. You have a middle tower here and a end tower here. If you gain this middle tower, It'll actually start fighting for you, first and foremost. It'll start shooting at your enemies, but it'll also start generating more mana, which means that I can now start absolutely spamming these units. We already armored you up. This is just gonna be a very easy fight, all things considered, because let's Bloodlust you. That will increase our attacking power, which is going to be very useful for this 2000 HP castle over here, obviously. Let's keep this around for a little bit longer, then throw in some of... You need to throw the cards down here. Maybe can you just double click them? That would be nice if you could just double click the cards to spawn them, but you can't. At least it doesn't seem like you can. That being said, look at the amount of units that I'm spawning here. I'm going to absolutely annihilate. I'm pretty sure this castle is probably going to be mostly dead by the time they get there. Also, I mean, that works. So you can throw them down wherever, but not always wherever. It's a little bit weird. That being said, we've won our first battle of the day. So this is the basic gameplay loop. You have... It's not even as much tower defense, maybe, as it is kind of like also MOBA elements. It really is a unique mix of genres, which is always something nice and good to see. Squads in hand. Plus 25% movement speed seems really good. It's a card though, not a passive. I realized after getting the card. Let's see what does this do. At the start of the battle, enemies spawn 200% faster for 45 seconds. That could be bad for me. That could be fairly overwhelming, not gonna lie. So we're gonna need to focus here and hopefully we just get a good first hand. We really didn't, so let's do overdraw. And maybe I just want to zap you. Maybe I just want to zap. I'm gonna zap you. That at least gets rid of you guys. Then you can probably take care of those fairly easily. Not real easy, but easily enough. And then we can spawn some more skeletons. We need to start spawning way more things because there's... Yeah, okay, so we are in a lot of danger right now. We need things to die. Please stop attacking me. This is actually the first time I've gotten damaged at all since starting to play this game. Which is surprising because I actually got halfway through this first campaign the first time around. When your deck runs out, your discard pile becomes your deck again, it seems like. Which makes sense. Makes sense. So the first 45 seconds should be pretty much over by now, which means that they can't spawn things quicker anymore. It's real good for me, because the quickly spawning things were kind of killing me. Now let's take care of this tower so that I actually can start spamming some units again. I'm very curious to see if like elite fights, which I haven't done any of yet, might have like 2 middle towers before you actually get to the castle. That would be interesting. I'm going to, well, I don't know if it's wasting, but I'm going to use a zap. You took that fairly well. You have a lot more HP than the sheep, don't you? Armor up. I need you guys to survive for at least a little bit longer so I can spawn some more skeletons. And I'd very much like you to take this tower as well, because once you do that, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. It seems like anyway. Maybe it's not that easy, but it seems like that is a pretty much like 10 times you're guaranteed at least a decent chance at victory when you take the middle tower. Because, again, your MP production, like, it doesn't double. As you can see, this is producing way more MP per second than this one. But it adds probably like 50% MP. And if units were to come through here, they get damaged by this tower, which, again, has a little bit more of a MOBA element to it, I am aware. So maybe... I don't know what I would call this genre. Honestly, I don't know what I would call it, and usually, from a game design perspective, that is a good thing, in my opinion. It means that they made an interesting, fun, unique game. I understand from a marketability perspective, it's maybe a little bit annoying to say, oh, well, we made this game. Well, what kind of game is it? Well, let me explain to you. Right? But that's what this video is for. Explaining and showing to you what this game is all about. And telling you to go to Steam and get it. Because, honestly, we're like 10 minutes into the video at this point. And I can't recommend this game enough. I'm actually having a lot of fun. This is probably one of those games that I'm going to be playing a fair amount of even after doing the Spotlight, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Restore 25% of portal HP. I don't really need that, so let's try to upgrade a card right here. And my main strategy at the moment is skeletons and Fletchers, right? So let's see, which one do we want to upgrade? I want to say the skeletons because they're the easiest to... Only one of the skeleton cards, that is. It's not like you upgrade all the skeletons at the same time. Because that's the easiest to spawn. We can make them even cheaper to spawn, but we don't really need that because they're already fairly cheap to spawn. If we do Sneaky Skeleton, they gain stealth, which means they're invisible until they start attacking, which means that things like ranged units can't actually snipe down their HP before they start the fight. And I think even towers can't do that. So it's a pretty good perk to have on that card. Let's see what this is. Deal with the representative, 50% chance of getting a status effect, or let's destroy the pamphlets. I don't want to take the risk to get demotivated, whatever that is. Did it say demotivated or demoted? Probably demotivated, right? I don't know. Let's go to the merchant, the thing we've been looking for all this time. We've got about 340 almost soul. Plague Doctor, I used that one last time around. It's actually a really good card, so I'm going to use that one right now. Demon Friend, I think it doesn't necessarily have to be in your deck. Now, last time I upgraded to Plague Doctor, and he can actually spawn those as well, which is really, really good. And Mark of the Titans is actually a good card as well, which I used last time. So let's keep it with those and go into our first elite battle, which, yeah, no, I definitely did an elite battle in my last run through of this game as well. Never mind. I just didn't notice that it was elite. Oh, it throws in the extra gimmick of this signpost here. There's two different paths. And they can spawn going down this path or this path, and you need to fill both of them with reinforcements, pretty much. Let's see, we have a Sneaky Skeleton, which I'll show you. It should, yeah, they become invisible until they reach right over here. Your first units are going to go over there, so are mine. It's just that easy. That being said, my skeletons are dying fairly quickly. Which isn't brilliant, gonna be honest with you. I kind of didn't want that to happen. But my archers, the Fletchers, there's probably also a class called Archers. I shouldn't be calling them Archers, but you know what they are. People with bows and arrows. Skeletons with bows and arrows. Same old, same old. I want you guys to go that way next, because there's some enemies coming down there. You can also zoom in and out. My scroll wheel is a little bit... I need to get a new mouse again. I just need to get a good mouse for once. I need to I keep replacing my mouse every couple of months, which if I just got a good mouse, I wouldn't need to do. Let's see, you're probably gonna die fairly quickly. Send you over there. I don't need any of these. I mean, I can use haste on you, I guess. Oh, it uses against all my units, I think. That's good. You want to keep spawning and using cards because obviously you have a max pool, and once that is reached, you pretty much... let's use it on you guys. Once that's used, you're pretty much just wasting time and DPS. Well, it's not really DPS, it's more like mana per second. Is that a term like MPS? Mana per second? So you want to keep spawning things, even if you're not using certain cards. And just like overkilling things. Overkilling things is still killing things. And that's at the end of the day your goal, is killing this thing. So the more firepower you throw at it, the better it is, generally speaking. The Witch Doctor does damage by himself, but he also poisons, which is a really good combination. I don't much care about these units right here, because as you can see, I probably should. I really definitely should be worrying about those units, because they are going to make it. Let's redraw, why not? I need some defending units here, ASAP, like right now. And this is a good part about having a lot of mana stacked up. Sometimes you do want that, apparently. I'm gonna win anyway. Is that you can really, like, if you're desperate, you can just throw out a lot of cards and you'll be defended. That being said, if I just kept spamming cards to begin with, I wouldn't have found myself in that situation in the first place. So I think just spamming cards still is probably the best strategy, all things considered. I keep dragging them over here, but you don't need to do that. As a matter of fact, I think it actually works better if you just drag them to the middle of the screen. It's kind of inconsistent with that, which is a little annoying. Just need to build the muscle memory of doing this. I still think double clicking should allow you to play the card. I understand that you play cards accidentally sometimes, maybe, if that was the case. So that's probably why it doesn't let you do that. But maybe it's somewhere in an options menu. I honestly haven't looked. Draft a card. Let's Caretaker Plague Doctor. This is the upgrade I had last time. That's actually really good because then it spawns even more units. And draft a relic. We can get a mana drive engine. Gain 200% mana regen while you have 10 mana or less. Doesn't sound too bad. Tome of Demonic Ritual. Whenever you play exactly 6 squads, 6 spells, 6 utilities, and 6 Demon Fiend, 6 Demon Blade, or... I don't know what that means. Just whenever I play all of that, down what? That doesn't seem correctly worded. And Rusty Ring, squads cost 5 less mana while you have 80 or more mana. Which pretty much means that if you get up to 80 to 100 mana, that doesn't seem too bad. The situation we just had where we were at max, it would be easier to stay high up and spawn even more things if you do that, it seems like. So, yeah, as I said, we're not going to do this entire thing because that's going to take fucking forever. And if I were doing like a series on this, I might do that. But I'm not doing a series on this, am I now? Not yet, anyway. I might. I'm really enjoying this game. And if you are too, do let me know in the comments below. I might make a little bit more videos on it. Maybe I'll stream it a little bit. Let's play. Grave number 2. Takes the souls. 150 to 200 souls. Dig up the grave. I'm gonna go for dig up because I don't see many more merchants ahead, I don't think. And that gives me a demon blade. That seems good enough. There's a merchant right ahead of me. I am stupid. Okay, let's do the merchant and one more fight, and then we can end this video off, I think. Oh, Gladiator, that one seems good. It has, yeah, that one seems real good. It's only one of them. You can see, by the way, in the cards, I haven't mentioned that yet, because I honestly hadn't noticed that up until now. It's 900 HP times 1. It's got 3 defense, 22 attack, and 2 speed. This only has 300 HP, but there's 3 of them. So whenever I spawn, it spawns 3 soldiers, I think. Doesn't it spawn 4? Maybe that's one of my relics. But the card spawns 3 of these, and then this one is 4. And this is only 1. But it's a really... not even as powerful as a soldier. But it has a lot more HP. That's the big thing there. So... let's go ahead and fight this fight over here. And then end of the video because we're 20 minutes into this video almost. And I'm just having fun. And I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to inform you guys about games. Which is not fun. Games aren't fun. What do you mean games are fun? Okay, you send your first units down this path. Okay, you are sending units down both paths. That is less than ideal for me, not gonna lie. Ah, that is even worse. There's a tower right at my spawn. Yeah, I'm gonna be in a bit of trouble here, I feel. So... shit. Yeah, it's not good. That's real not good. Matter of fact, I'd argue that's pretty bad what's happening right here. Enemies being poisoned? Probably a good thing. But I'd very much like to take this tower, because this tower needs to protect me from both directions, like real bad. And now my Plague Doctor is gone. Now I have the Caretaker Plague Doctor in my hand though, which means that I can spawn it. And it can spawn other enemies in return. I think I just heard something. I'll go check that out in a moment. I might not win this. Gonna be honest with you. There's a decent chance that I'll actually end up losing this one. Zap these guys. At least it's a little bit of damage. Armor you up. I need more cards. Gladiator costs 50 to play. Holy hell, that is a lot. I'm going to go ahead and assume that that guy had the relic which allowed you to spawn things quicker for the first, was it 45 seconds? Because if this is just the pace he spawns enemies at in general, I am so screwed. I need this gladiator. I need the gladiator on the field. Once the gladiator is on the field, I'll be fine. Is my theory, at any rate. I don't know if I actually will be. Let's see. This seems like a real good time to play this. Some decent DPS on a really, really big range. I need to play the Titan on the Gladiator as well, just to make it even more powerful than it already is. And I actually... Okay, everybody's ganging up on my... Gladiator is dead. Okay, I feel like we about to really die very badly. Yeah, I'm about to lose this one. Which actually is very fun, because I was going to end this video either way after this, so... Worst case scenario, this takes like half an hour of going back and forth, but looking at my HP, it's probably not going to take half an hour. Also, this thing has 20,000 HP? Oh, sorry, what? That definitely does not seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. That seems very wrong in very many ways. You almost got this tower. Once you got this tower, I'll probably be fine. But this is a difficult fight, I'm not going to lie to you. Does it count the HP for this one? No, it's literally just this castle which has an enormous amount of HP. It's literally got like 11 times the amount of HP I do. No, 100. I've got 2,000, he's got... What is that, 200,000? That's 202,000. That's 101 times the HP I have. What is this bullshit? I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Keep using items. Let's use this one as well. Why not? I feel a little bit more confident now that I have this as well, because I can keep spawning enemies a little bit quicker. Let's use Blood Rage on you guys, because you are going to go ahead and deal a lot of damage to that castle in a moment. I'm sorry, who was attacking me? I don't think anybody was attacking me. Oh, I just needed to survive long enough. I won! Okay, I didn't even need to kill the other guy, I just needed to survive long enough. There probably was a Time-Until reinforcements with my color up on the top. I've seen Time-Until reinforcements before, but I assume that's for the enemy? But if you just survive long enough, you also win? That seems like I'm missing something, honestly. Yeah, there's still a lot of this to go. Again, if I were to do this entire thing, it probably would like be an hour-long video. We're at about 25 minutes. I think that is a good point to wrap up this video. So let's... You know what? I'm just going to surrender. I'm not going to finish this run. I'll start another run in my own time at some point. Almost made it to level 3. Would have been good. There seems like there's a lot of things here to learn. And to just generally... Does it show the date I record? Is that? No, it does not actually. It shows the date of when this update was released. Because it's not July 31st as I'm recording this. I think it's August 2nd, maybe? I don't know. Necronator on Steam. There will be a link down below in the description for you to go get this game. I highly recommend you do so because it is a fun game and I will be playing more of it. Some of the games I play occasionally. This I will probably be playing a lot more of, and this actually seems like the type of game that I would be very much up for doing a longer form series on, like more episodes, maybe like do one run a week, because they seem like fairly lengthy things, so I could split those up into like 3 parts or something like that, or just like one very long video a week. There's a lot of possibilities here, so do let me know if you would very much like to see that, because I would like to make that. Until next time, have a vlogger, you have been awesome as always. Bye.